Hello my dear friend, this is Phil again and very welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to show you some insights on the new mutation that Bethesda just brought to the PTS, saying that everything is subject to change on the PTS. Whatever you saw in this video might not be completely accurate when they actually roll out to the live server, but the main idea will definitely stay the same. To make this video, I actually sacrificed myself so many times and committed suicide. And this video can be actually named How Do You Kill Yourself in Fallout 76 in the future. Because this new mutation, this reflection skin, is really deadly if you don't pay attention to it. So what exactly is reflection skin? It's a new mutation that the mobs can have during the daily operation. They will periodically switch to a reflective mode. It will reflect 25% received damage to the player who actually causing this damage to them. And this 25 damage is true damage, which means it will ignore any resistance and any damage reduction perk you currently have. It will take away your HP directly from your HP bar. And during my test, Serendipity, Dodge, and Richette didn't work on the reflected damage at all because it's not an attack. It's literally a script which is written by taking your HP directly in the background. And I was trying to find a way to actually counter this new mutation. So the first weapon I tried is a vampire weapon. It's this vampire pepper shaker. It's the best vampire weapon you can get inside the game. It shoots 8 pellets every time, which is basically 16% HP ratio, and it's a fast fire rate auto heavy gun. You basically regain your HP constantly. If you are interested to know more about this gun or more about the vampire effect in this game, leave your comments down below. I'll make a video specifically for you. So the basic idea is to counter the damage reflection with the vampire effect. And the basic idea is to counter this 25% damage reduction with the constant 16% HP refill. But will it work? We have to find it out in the true battle. I'm joining a daily operation with the mutation of reflective skin. As the description says, it periodically reflects direct damage to its source. And I have to emphasize the word direct damage here, because we will come back to it later on when we test the third type of weapons in this video. Let's start with our vampire pepper shaker first. Now there's one test subject. So when the reflective skin is triggered, the mob will turn white. But in the first 2 seconds, the reflective damage does not trigger. There are two possibilities. The first one is it tries to give player a warning of transition period from normal status to the reflective status, so player know he should stop shooting the mob. However, because the PTS server is so lagging, this 2-second transition time could be cause of the lagging problem. I hope it's the first case, so we will have a transition period before the mob turn from normal to reflective mode, and we can't stop shooting to avoid killing ourselves, because you will kill yourself just like what I am doing here. That is a sudden death. I have 25% of my HP and I die instantly. One of the reasons apparently is because I'm using a fast fire rate auto heavy gun, but considering pepper shaker is not the strongest heavy gun inside the game, imagine you are using a much powerful heavy gun, for example a flamethrower or a Gauss minigun or plasma caster. The higher DPS you output to the mob, the higher reflected damage are gonna bumping back to yourself. You will die even quicker. As I mentioned earlier, the reflected damage is true damage. It ignores your resistance, ignores your damage reduction perk. So even I was wearing my full sets Overeater power armor with Dodgy and Richette on, what I could do is always get myself killed if I didn't stop shooting when the mob turns white. Then let's try my second type of weapon, which is medic. It's supposed to heal 5% of your max HP per second upon every That's critical shot you do, and it will heal your teammates around you as well. So I got this Magic Combat Shotgun, and what I want to check is whether this 5% HP instant refill can actually over-counter the reflected damage or not. That's a successful suicide attempt, and that's the second. So apparently the VATS critical will kill you even quicker because the damage of that critical is crazy. 25% of that damage will kill you, especially when you are blooded. Now let me try with a vampire auto melee, like this chainsaw. It's currently one of the best vampire weapon inside the game. Basically, it makes you like a god. But will it suffer the same fate as a vampire pepper shaker? Oh yes, it does. And even the death effects is exactly the same as those mobs has been killed by this chainsaw. It blows your dead body far away. So the vampire auto melee weapon will kill you instantly as well when you bump into mobs with reflective skin mutation. Let's recall what description we read about this mutation. It says it reflects direct damage back to players. That means any indirect damage will not be reflected by this mutation. Let's find out with the explosive launchers. I'm currently using the Grand Final, one of Nuka World 2 weapon just rolled out in this season. Everyone should already get it. And in this game, explosion is actually the second damage of the projectile you shoot out from your gun or from your cannon. The direct hit will only cause 1 or 2 points of damage to the mob, and the explosion itself is not a direct damage. It's a secondary damage, and it works. It counters the reflective skin mutation pretty well, unless you're shooting in close range and kill yourself with the explosion itself. And this theory has been confirmed by Bethesda. It's supposed to work this way, and theoretically the bleeding damage, the poisonous damage, as well as the dot burning damage should not cause any reflected damage to you as well, because they are all secondary damage or indirect damage. However, it's really hard to test because there's no existing weapon or setup can cause that secondary damage without causing too much direct damage first. But anyway, that actually gives us a way to counter this mutation. Just equip a launcher and you can live happily and safely inside this type of daily operation. But I would really suggest you to remove the Grenadier perk from your deck load, because you will kill yourself in this kind of close counter combat. And remember, in one of my previous videos, I showed you the new car launcher, which you can get in the rank 85 on the season scoreboards. Make sure you grab that one, because that is hilariously overpowered explosive weapon inside the game. The only annoying thing is the visual effect of the explosion if you equipped the Grenadier perk, and the screen shaking effect as well. I hope Bethesda will give us a settings option to turn that thing off. Alright, that's everything for today. I hope you found the video interesting and useful. If there's any new tricks or changes about this new mutation on the PTS, I will let you guys know as soon as possible. And don't forget to give me a thumb up if you like the video, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. But until next time, Felagans out.